King Charles has gone completely mad, or that he's staging some sort of royal rebellion. Stick around because the real reason behind this move is absolutely bonkers, and it's got nothing to do with what you think. On July 8, 2025, President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte arrived for their state visit. And instead of the usual Buckingham Palace red carpet treatment, they were whisked off to Windsor Castle. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Windsor's lovely too. And you're absolutely right, but here's the thing. This marked the first state visit of the year and the first hosted at Windsor since Queen Elizabeth. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Think about it like this. Imagine you've been invited to someone's main house for dinner, but when you arrive, they're like, actually, we're eating at the summer cottage instead. It's not insulting, but it's definitely different. And in royal terms, different usually means there's a story behind it. This was the first state visit by a European leader to the UK since Brexit, so the pressure was on. The diplomatic stakes couldn't have been higher, and Charles decides to switch venues. The man's either completely lost his marbles or he's playing some serious 4D chess here. Let me translate that royal speak for you. Buckingham Palace is basically falling apart, and they're trying to fix it without admitting that the most famous building in Britain is held together by hope, tradition, and probably a concerning amount of duct tape behind those gilded walls. Buckingham Palace is currently undergoing renovation, and so state visits for the next few years will be based elsewhere. The next few years, people. We're not talking about a quick weekend DIY project here. This is a full-scale please don't let anything fall on the French president situation. Now, let's put this in perspective. The £369 million renovation to London's most famous palace is happening right now. That's £369 million. To put that in context, that's roughly the GDP of a small country, or about 184 million cups of tea, whichever measurement system makes more sense to you. But here's the really cheeky part. It means a slightly different look to the official start of the ceremonial. Usually, the heir to the throne greets the head of state making the visit at their London residence. So basically, centuries of protocol got chucked out because the palace maintenance team finally said, you know what? We can't guarantee the chandeliers won't fall on someone important. Think of it like this. Buckingham Palace is your grand ballroom, designed for showing off, with perfect acoustics and all the right staging areas. Windsor Castle? That's your historic family mansion with character, charm, and the occasional ghost story, but maybe not the best Wi-Fi. The irony here is absolutely delicious though. Charles II set out to rival the achievements of his cousin, Louis XIV, at Versailles in France. In the 17th century, he modernized the castle's interiors, which became the grandest state apartments in England. So technically, Charles III is hosting the French president at a castle that was originally designed to compete with French palaces. That's either incredibly clever or the most accidentally perfect diplomatic move in royal history. But here's what really gets me. The 76-year-old monarch opted for Windsor Castle due to ongoing renovations at the London residence. The man is dealing with his own health challenges, running a monarchy, and now he's basically doing royal event planning around construction schedules. It's like trying to host a dinner party while your kitchen is being renovated, except your dinner party is being broadcast to the entire world, and if you mess it up, it becomes an international incident. Here's what we know. The King's cancer diagnosis was announced in February 2024 following treatment for a benign enlarged prostate. So we're talking about a monarch who's been dealing with serious health issues for over a year now. and is still pulling off full state visits with all the pomp and circumstance. And speaking of health concerns, did anyone else notice that the monarch had experienced a burst blood vessel in one eye during this very visit? A palace source quickly offered reassurance, clarifying that it's just one of those things and unrelated to any other health condition, including the king's ongoing cancer treatment. Now, I'm not saying Windsor Castle was chosen specifically because it's more manageable for someone dealing with health challenges, but think about it logically. Windsor is where the royal family actually lives when they want to relax. It's more intimate, more private, and honestly probably more comfortable for someone who's not feeling 100%. Plus, let's be practical here. If you're managing a serious health condition, would you rather deal with the chaos of central London and all the security nightmares that come with Buckingham Palace, or would you prefer the relative tranquility of Windsor? I know which one I'd choose. The thing you learn about this illness is that you just manage it. And that's what he does, a royal aide said in May. And honestly, moving the state visit to Windsor might just be part of that management strategy. But here's the thing that really gets me about this whole situation. While everyone's focused on the venue change, they're missing the bigger picture. This visit isn't just about diplomatic niceties and fancy dinners. There's some serious political chess being played here, and Charles just might be the smartest player on the board. King Charles III highlighted the crucial bonds between the United Kingdom and France in the face of a multitude of more complex threats. The world's gone completely mental, and Britain and France need to stick together like they're the last two sane people at a family reunion. But here's the genius part. By hosting Macron at Windsor instead of Buckingham Palace, Charles has actually created a more intimate, more personal setting. Buckingham Palace is all about grandeur and intimidation. Windsor Castle? That's where you take someone you actually want to have a proper conversation with. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green. Sophie's proving that environmental activism isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Until next time, keep munching on those eco-friendly royal cookies.